to Amanda for being here. Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
Welcome
Thank
to
you,
Louisville.
guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Kettner, for coming out with this awesome cocktail.
Yes. Couldn't have done it without you.
So before we get into too much, why don't you tell us what was the inspiration? How did we get? I mean, world-renowned chef now making cocktails.
Okay.
So like, how did we get here? Tell us.
This
the
is
story.
a multi-prong attack.
All right. I love it.
So obviously I like to mix flavors in the kitchen.
Yep.
What my only closest friends know is that I also like to mix flavors behind the bar. And I like to play with mixing different weird cookie flavors in the kitchen that turn out to be drinks.
Nice.
And then I was really fascinated with the onset of all the ready-to-drink, ready-to-pour cocktails that are on the market. And I tried a lot of them.
Oh, yeah?
I've tried a lot of them, and you can imagine I might get a lot of spam mail, email, fan mail, and I got a very interesting email from Chris Joseph of Kettner Spirits, and he reached out and said, "Hey, you want to make some cocktails with us? You want to do some stuff?" And
Did you press delete? And
yeah.
Report junk.
What a weird spam to get.
I don't think we responded right away.
Block this fool, Google. What are we doing here?
We did a little security check background, and then we started talking. And it's been a long process because when we started talking, it was around 2020.
Wow.
And that was a pretty hard time to get to know each other and get to work out cocktail flavors and
to come up with something new where
Yes.
we don't even know what the world is going to be like.
Right. You don't know what the world's going to be like, but you know everybody was having a cocktail pretty much every day at that time.
Yes.
Yes, or two.
They were drinking?
Uh-huh.
At home?
Yeah.
Having
During work-
cocktails
during
and
work
talking on
hours?
Zoom. That was exactly what
Exactly.
the business was. Right?
Zoom
Like
happy
that.
hours
Amazing.
were happening. So many people learned so much about cocktails in lockdown. And then, they started to develop in-house in San Diego in the distillery there. It's small, it's grassroots, it's hands-on labeling, hands-on bottling, hands-on, as they call it, juice
Nice.
making. And
So I do have to call out your sticker putter honor. That we come out with.
Emily
Yeah.
Lucas.
I don't know what the actual title is.
I like sticker putter honor. That's
Not only
Oh,
does
yeah.
Emily put the labels on, but she does the marketing, the bottling, the customer service. If you've ordered any Freitag cocktails, you've definitely gotten an email from Emily.
nice.
That's
Very
great.
good.
She also took a lot of content today. So when you see us on social media, that's due to her photography skills.
Even better. How did we get to these three
Okay.
flavors?
I'll tell you, because these are my three favorites. And so I had this vision of what I would want to drink at certain points of the year, the night, the day. So in the beginning, I always like to kick off with a Negroni, right? Like before dinner, it's the best aperitivo. I spent some time in Italy, and when you go to Bologna, everybody has Negronis with potato chips and olives on the table. Like there's no better way to get your appetite wet and going. And then margaritas, to me, I really wanted to call it like a rooftop margarita, because just like in New York, rooftop parties happen all the time because you don't have a lot of green
okay, I'm
space.
with
So
you.
you go to your roof and, you make up a batch of margaritas and you bring it to the roof, or you bring it to the beach. And I just think margarita is always a party. Like it just says party to me.
That,
It
yes.
should be.
And then Manhattan is my beloved city,
Nice.
where I live,
Right.
where I've lived for over 26 years. And I always feel like that's sexy, dark, and moody. And it's something you drink after dinner
Ah, yes.
as
So-
a nightcap, if you know what I
Nightcap.
mean.
That's my favorite.
do know what
That's
you mean.
amazing. So
With a cherry. Uh-huh.
Look, some maraschino cherries, or
Preferably.
So yes, margarita needs a lime. I say shake it up, put some salt on the rim, or if we've done them in the blender, little frozen situation.
Yeah.
Really
That's what
good.
we're talking about.
Yeah, I can't believe you don't have a blender in here. You've got just
That's
about
the
everything
one
else.
thing that's missing is
Yes.
a blender. That's right.
Check. What we're doing next time.
You need that. You need it.
We do need an ice
Or
machine.
just one of those
but,
freezy machines.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
Oh
just let
my
that thing
gosh,
roll.
that would be amazing.
Yes.
You
That's
pour.
what we
I've
should
done
have
it.
done.
I've done it. I've poured the Freitag cocktails in a freezy machine. It works.
See, it's the tagline, easy AF.
You heard it here first,
Every
people.
part of
Literally
it.
ice and just throw it on top, and we're
Yep.
good.
Every part
Just
of it is
blend
easy
it all
AF.
together.
I love it.
That's right. Negroni just needs an orange. Like we said, Manhattan needs a cherry. That's
Yep.
it. If you guys are Negroni
Beautiful.
drinkers, what you'll notice about the Freitag Negroni is it's bitter.
Yes.
It's a little bitter forward because I like the bitter than the sweet.
Right.
I think that's important in a
It's
Negroni.
really good.
That's kind of the jam
Yeah.
on a Negroni, isn't
Yes.
it? Really, I mean, just be nice
Yeah.
and bitter.
A lot
right?
of times
Yeah.
you get viscous and you get sweet first, and I think the bitter part is really what you need to have. But there is an actual medicinal, technical reason
Yes.
why you have this before dinner.
Really.
Yes,
Oh,
any kind
what
of
is that?
bitters sets up your digestive enzymes and gets them ready to break down whatever food you're going to eat.
Oh wow.
Same thing when you
okay.
have like an Amaro at the end of a meal, it helps break down the food so you can digest it better. So this is a way to get started.
Oh.
I
Look at
actually,
that.
one of my doctors recommended having bitters every morning to set up your digestive
With
enzymes.
the cocktail?
That's
Not
funny,
with a
'cause I
cocktail.
was just gonna say, should we just start drinking
It's
these
like, I need to
before
go to your
breakfast,
doctor.
right?
It's like, that is great.
You should wake up every day and just pour yourself a Negroni. So then she started a line of cocktails.
Yeah, that's what
for,
she heard from the doctor. Start a line of cocktails.
My doctor's name is Dr. Feelgood.
Yeah.
He is the best. He writes the best prescriptions.
But they're boozy AF.
Oh yes.
Oh, look at it. Look what she did there. You see that?
Look
I
what I
like
did
it.
there. Because that was another thing that I discovered that I thought was lacking, like you said, in the ready to drink category. Really low in alcohol. You
Yes.
couldn't taste the alcohol. You're not even sure what alcohol is in there.
Yes.
So I wanted this to be very clean in the alcohol department. Also, even when I go to a bar and I get a drink and I'm like, wait a minute, where's the alcohol in here?
Right.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like, that's a fun part of your cocktail, right? There's a reason why. Like tequila to me is spicy and peppery, and
Yeah.
you want that with the rest of the drink. You know,
Absolutely.
you have the floralness of the gin, you have this aperitivo, you have vermouth. Like you want to taste
Yeah.
each and every part of
So
it.
good.
So you don't want to taste sweet or sugar or fillers.
Right.
Yeah, it has a really it's bright and there's a lot of floral notes.
So good.
Yeah,
So,
a lot
so
of
good.
citrus, floral. You know, it's an easy cocktail to make as far as balance goes when you put a third gin, a third what's Campari, but we don't use Campari, and a third vermouth, but we make our own
Yeah.
Mm.
everything. So
Yeah. When I asked her, I was like, "Hey, what bitters are you using?" and something, and she's like, "We made them." I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, huh.
Wait.
I don't know what else to say."
That's cool.
Normally, I can keep going, but
nope.
it's like,
that's
"What
it.
else?" Oh no, we made that too. Oh, okay, got ya. What's
Yeah,
the next question?
you said it's a very hands-on process, just
Very.
through the whole thing. Yeah, can you get into that a little bit?
Yeah,
more?
very hands-on, very small. You know, we like to keep the batches small and fresh. You know, just to make the lime flavor inside the margarita, we do something called the lime distillate, which is just all lime peels that are soaked in grain alcohol. They go into something called a roto vape.
Cool. That
Um,
sounds
That
impressive.
sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
which you put them in there. It looks like a big glass tube, and underneath is water that's almost boiling, and
Yeah.
it makes this vapor that creates a distillate that is like pure lime flavor.
Wow, that's awesome. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Like
Yeah.
mad
That's really
scientist
cool.
out there. huh?
Yes.
Yeah. look at that.
Yes. Our product developer, Ian, is really like a mad scientist. He makes a lot of his own bitters. And I even said to him, I was like, that alone you can bottle, right? Like that lime distillate would be great for bartenders to use because limes are hard right now. You can't get a lot
Yeah.
of juice out of them. You know, they're expensive.
And it's only certain times of the year that you get
Yes.
exceptional limes.
Exactly. So stuff like that, you know, infusing our own vermouth,
So
you know,
cool.
with spices, things like anise and cinnamon and you know, pepper, our really floral gin. Then, you know, in the Manhattan, we've got a lot of cherry notes, which we infuse and we get that, you know, balance of cherry, which to me is like the perfect part of a Manhattan,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You know,
I
you
could drink,
want
I
that.
could drink that Manhattan all day long.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Thank you. I'm so glad you like it because if you like it, that means everybody else is
Yes.
gonna like it.
Chris
Yes,
is just kind of that
everybody likes it.
nightcap kind of guy. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? That's
see,
right.
it's
Uh-huh.
that nightcap.